is up, y'all? It is me, Tasha C, and welcome to the Tasha C Show podcast. Shout out to my podcast fam, my YouTube fam, who have been supporting me, whether they've been listening to one podcast or one video / podcast on my YouTube channel. And I don't mind if y'all, are a subscriber, follow me on both. Subscribe to my YouTube, which is Tasha C TV. I don't mind. But anyway, like I said, hugs and love, support, and hugs and love. Like I said, thank you 10 times over. And thanks in advance for people who will be listening, whether it's through the podcast or through YouTube and or both. Like I said, I don't mind y'all both subscribe, follow both on both platforms. In the near future. And also, I want to say this is another mini bonus podcast. I always like to say for the future listeners, what this little stuff is. So, what I mean by bonus podcast, I'm doing a 1-year YouTube series of mine I decided to create called my 366 days video journey. And it started on my birthday last year, October 8th, and it's supposed to end on October 8th this year, and just making a video per day. It could be a podcast, show my face, say hi. It's not specifically where I have to talk about a topic. It could be anything for sometimes story time, entertainment, all in the same podcast or video or so forth. So that's all that is. And this for my bonus podcast. Now, if I not a bonus podcast, I meant to say my video journey. This is actually day 99. Wow, that means Wednesday because this is 11:52 p.m. I'm doing it a little bit earlier this time. I mean, it's still kind of late, but it's earlier to get it like my the video of the day out the way. So video 100 will be Wednesday. So this is for January the 14th, 2020 is about to be, But anyways, y'all, let me get into it. Also let y'all know that since y'all may be hearing clicks and sounds, and that's coming from my side because I'm using Speaker's Creative Studio app in order to create these lovely podcasts so I can hear my lovely voice. And, sometimes you may hear clicks and stuff like that, whether it's a notification on my side or email or me going to sometimes like a website or Instagram or something. And excuse me, y'all, I don't know why I always do that as well to yawn as if I don't get any sleep at all. And it doesn't matter what time I do these podcasts or sometimes even certain videos. Now, anyways, y'all, let's get into the podcast. I wanted to first talk about this young jock and this, I don't want to say status shaming or what you think is status shaming or income status shaming or something like that. I know I'm making up that damn word. But anyway, now it was a video that actually, I think it was out yesterday where, how you have Uber, you have Lyft, and then you have other companies that provide driving, share, services, even though the most popular ones are like Lyft and Uber. There are different ones of, and of course, before, that been here and, still out, even with some taxi services that are still left, and so forth, social services. So anyways, y'all, it was sounded like it was two people in the back, and some people say it was a female. I'm just going to say that person that, had said this comment. It was two people, they were video recording young jock. It was a rapper. Y'all don't know who that is. He actually, is going down was like the most song he was under. I think like P Diddy's. No, I forgot my bad. It's not it's Diddy. Diddy. I don't know. What name is going by now. He was on his label. And he's been a couple songs like T-Tame, buy you a drink. He's been on like a couple of bangers and stuff like that. But if y'all been watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, he has been on there. I think he was on there last season too. He's been on and off, been on there for the last couple seasons on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. If you watch reality TV such as that. And he's been on, I think he's been on more than one reality show, whatever, and probably has, I know he had I don't know if he still has a hair shop, but he has, different, streams of income and businesses, aside from this show. And they were all like, one person was like, you look familiar, something like that. And they were putting together, turn around, are you, they were asking questions, and like, are you on jock? And he's just like, he just chilled, like, okay, well, y'all figured it out. And what I'm going to say person, And one of the people, because it seemed like a person has like honestly like sounds feminine, and but well, like I said, a person like I don't, like I said, I'm not trying to say anything offensive, but some people saying it's a female voice, and some people saying it's a voice of a man that makes sound. I don't know. But I'm just gonna say those people. Okay, I mean there's two people in the vehicle, so we don't know who they are. But one of the people have nerves or audacity to say, "Oh, you must have fell off." And then he's like, well, if you think it's full of whatever, he's like, it's a good way, ask questions like, why doing this or whatever, saying very, that was very offensive to say anyway. But he's like, hey, it's a good way, easy way for him to meet people, and it's a good way, quick, to make easy money. And just because he's doing that, you don't know, because there's been rumors allegedly that he might have a partnership. I think is a, driving called like Pull Up and Go or something like that. And he's like, and like I think he responded and said, I don't know for sure, y'all, that hey, this is a good way to make some money enough. And he's like, but what's wrong with me making another additional stream of income? And I mean, I think if y'all heard that group, they're a married couple, and one of the songs that came out, like, I know it's been like 14, 15 years, but it's a classic called Stars. And they've been in the game, used to be, I think, the Hidden Beach record label, and that used to be like some of the artists that came up originally, like, they came at the same time with like, Jill Scott and so forth, certain artists. I don't know if that record company's still in business anymore or what's going on with them, but, I think the husband, because I follow them on the gram, sometimes I don't know if he still did it, but he also, does the ride shit. I don't know if it's with Uber, Lyft, or whatever. And I think they still do shows and stuff like that. I think they're singers and songwriters and so forth. And so, in a way, why are we putting down somebody for doing a job where it's not promoting anything, it's not anything negative? So for them to say just because, oh, he must have fell off. And it kind of reminds me, and because actually, I'm glad that, because even like I said, I don't watch Power, I haven't watched Power in years. I don't know if I'm going to watch the sequel, prequel, whatever that's supposed to come probably the end of, whatever, the beginning of next month or whatever, a couple days after the series finale of Power. I don't know. But Jeffrey Owens, for example, my YouTube cousin, shout out to them, Random TV Reviews, Lynette and Stanley were talking about, there was a scene with Jeffrey Owens, and if y'all don't remember who that is, I hope I'm saying his name correctly, he used to play on the Cosby Show as, I think, Senator, one of the kids, if they still are, showing, showing, the old episode still of the Cosby Show, because it's controversy with all this stuff with him. But he actually played one of the kids, one of the daughter's husband, one of the older girls' husbands. And, somebody tried to shame him, I think, last year or the end of 2017 or sometime 2018. And he was working at Whole Foods. So somebody decided to basically, take a pictures of him and say, oh, this is the actor there and stuff like that. So, he was like, he had to make a living and stuff like that. Acting jobs, weren't coming to where it was. And even if he was doing that just in a part-time on the side, that doesn't, to shame somebody because they're doing what they call, honest work. And, that person, in the backfire, whoever was trying to shame, him, because it ended up where he ends up, I think he's supposed to be on some Tyler Perry, one of his series that he has written, and he was in Power and had a scene as well, because that's what Lynette and Stanley were talking about, was about how people were trying to shame him, and look how now people have been offering it. Because first I think he didn't want to take, I think he did take it, but like I said, now he's starting to act again. And he's beginning, certain roles, because he was actually a good actor, and still is a good actor. But, like I said, about making enemies your stepstool. Because, like I said, the fact that they're trying to sit here and, whoever recorded thinking this is cute, and then trying to belittle this man, or so-called income, I don't know, make it the word income shame or class shame, whatever, because even, quote, quote, if he, quote, quote, fell off, and even if he was doing this full time, like, what was the purpose of belittling somebody, because of them with this position? Like, they wouldn't appreciate, I don't think the people who thought like this was cute to do would appreciate somebody putting them down, whether, they're going through something or not or whatever. Like, a couple people have said, what I know is in the comments of seeing this ever since this came out, that, they're like, towards them, like, well, they don't want to need the service. We know not everybody who uses Uber and Lyft, they may have cars, or some people may have cars and they still use the service. Some people just don't like to drive. Some people may have vehicles and they just use the convenience, go back and forth. And some people don't have their own transportation for different reasons. So, but that's what people saying, like, but they the ones who still need the service to get, to get back and forth wherever the heck they're trying to go for. So whatever the reason why they're using that, even if they're just a trip, out of town or in town or whatever, it's just that's really sad about, people trying to find something bad about other people just because, as if he, I forgot what Young Jock's government real name is, has done something to these people personally, but they're willing to go on the blogs and try to get a little clout and sit here and at the same time embarrass him by saying, oh, he must have fell off because he's doing a job, and if he's doing streams and stuff like that, and you never know. If he's up there doing this and able to connect with the right people, whatever businesses and stuff he has, or, pick, like I said, not everybody who uses this service, is not without cars. They may just be using it for a convenience, so forth, that they don't have to drive and go somewhere back and forth. They might be drinking or whatever the case is. So the fact is, it could be also a way for him to network to people besides hearing people. You just don't, know. But it's just the fact is, for them to take the opportunity to belittle and put down somebody is sad. You know what I mean? And that's the only thing they got from it, was to put this down and try to put him down. And let's forget, he got a lot of kids, whatever. But that's beyond the point. It's like, that's another stream of income for him. And if he chooses to do that, or whatever, or possibly invest or make his own company, you just don't know. But just the fact thing is, all they can thinking about is to find a way to find negativity and put down somebody because they were famous. And then the real reality is that when you're in the entertainment industry or certain industry period, you have periods that's all falls down, whatever. You don't know his background. And like I said, even if he just was doing nothing but driving for a riding service, that's just sad. And at the end of the day, it makes them look, whoever did this foolish, foolish, because what was the purpose of doing this? Like I said, the same way, whoever was the person or persons who try to humiliate that actor just because he had a job at Whole Foods and try to belittle them. And it's like, if they're doing that to people, imagine, unfortunately, say, if there was somebody who was formerly quote unquote famous or whatever, for their in their most famous stage, and unfortunately, some cases, they may have been, had in issues where they might have lost everything, and unfortunately, in some rare cases, they may be for drugs, homeless, or the street, or middle, just something like that. And you got assholes up here taking pictures and making fun, and so they can get some damn clout and maybe a penny or two, just to sit there, and humiliate a person or people. That is a damn shame. But whatever, that's just a mess. By the way, y'all, I know, did y'all remember this? This happened like 7 or 8 years ago, and I can't remember the name, but y'all, like, people be playing with certain stuff to, like, in order to get money and to be try to finesse folks, and it backfired. But I never heard any update about this ever since. Now, there was something, I ain't gonna lie, I had to donate $5 because of what was going on. But let me get into the story. Now, this was on, like, YouTube, I think, and then it was Connection, where you could, like, leave the link or whatever, right? It was these dudes, I'm just gonna say this, these two Caucasian men who were making the story, like, they was bringing the story about these kids that were childhood soldiers, slaves, you might say slaves into war and stuff like that. And there was this guy, this was somewhere in Africa, and there was a guy who, kidnapped and hurt these kids, and they had, like, these testimonies, these poor babies, not babies, babies as far as like they were infants, but there were still kids who had suffered through, all this stuff because of this man, this evil man. Like if a devil, devil Lucifer was molded into a person or came down in a human form, this would be this male. Okay, I'm just gonna say male. Okay, that's what the heck they were presenting. Okay. And so they wanted money, and they were able to convince that you could even get, buy a wristband and all this stuff. So they can get the equipment because it's like they had so-called, were trying to locate him. And with the money that they get from the proceeds or people what they donate, because like I said, they pulled my heartstrings. They brought the kids into it and had these stories, and they made it seem like they talked to people and stuff about it, about this monster of a person. And they sat there, y'all, and like I said, was able to get this, don't you get this and this, and the more you donate backpack, it's supposed to help get equipment, in order to locate this person. Okay. And when I think about it, because, even after I didn't think about it till like 1 or 2 days later, and there started being reports about like basically that guy been caught or something like that, and these kids been, it's been like this person been gone, this person been, like not in the area no more, or basically like you were chasing almost like something that no longer exists, or either the guy was arrested, he packed whatever, there was no more children that were captive, when it, like the truth got revealed that this was some bullshit. And so, anyways, afterwards, y'all, this is what happened. Like I said, after hearing this incident, I have not heard anything about it. So pretty much, it was just a way for these guys to get money, whoever else was involved with, to basically finesse people, pull their heartstrings. And when you think about, like, okay, so they need equipment to find this person. When you think about it, but like I said, that was almost a decade ago. I think when that stuff came out. By the way, one of the main people that was sitting there, the narrator, had their the best like equipment with can equipment. Why in the world did they end up finding out this man? Like I said, I think it was one or both, but I know that one, for what I remember, they ended up doing a report. They didn't do a close-up, but he ended up having a mental breakdown and was dancing butt naked somewhere, y'all. Just going rational, just dancing naked in the traffic, okay? If I'm able to look and find that up, because like I said, it's been so long ago, and after that happened, y'all, it seemed like the whole campaign and free and fine, whoever this monster was, vanished, y'all. So that's what I'm saying, God don't like ugly, and because that was truly some damn Medusa of them up there, getting people to buy, help something that didn't exist. And ever since that happened, like I said, that man went mad. I think one or both of them. But it turned out that basically it was a hoax and just some finessing game. And when that guy, like I said, last time we heard, like he was up there. I know they, of course, they never said whether he went to mental health hospital, what the hell happened to him. But yeah, y'all, he ended up with dancing on the side, just completely, have, like I said, a breakdown, And so, whew, I don't know. I just had thought about that story. If I'm able to find it, I'll try to look for it. So, cause yeah, y'all, that was something else. But anyways, y'all, I want to also talk about, speaking of award shows. Now, the other night I sat there on my last podcast. I listed the Golden Globe winners. I mean, not the Golden Globe, Critical Choice. Did I put the right awards down? Shoot, I hope I put the right awards down. I hope I did not put the Golden Globes down, because it was damn it. I think I'm going to have to go. Did I put Golden Globes? Yeah, I put damn Golden Globes. Let me see that I put the right damn one down there. Okay, was it Golden Globes or Critical Choice? You know what, y'all? Reading is fun to me. I don't know why I sat there and put Golden Globes down again. I gotta laugh at myself. What the hell? I don't know how the hell I talked about the Critical Choice Awards, y'all. And I sat there, y'all, and actually put Golden Globes again because I was talking a little bit about it, but it's the critical choice. See, that's why I need to stop doing damn podcasts that damn late at night because, or just filming, period. When I'm up here, and I just notice y'all, the more I'm talking about it, oh gosh, I definitely gonna have to change it because I can't do it right now as far as changing the title within the podcast. But I can change it on like my YouTube as far as right now. Let's go here. Oh my gosh. Take a look. Is in a book. I mean, I'm so used to not to say I forget, but I'm so used to hearing more so like the Golden Globe winners as opposed to the Critical Choice winners. And well, I didn't put it down my hashtags, but I can't. Mistakes happen every day, but I talked about the Golden Globes too a little bit, and I'm about to talk about a little bit more of this controversy again about people being snubbed. This time with the what is it with the damn Oscar, the Academy Awards, the damn Oscars and stuff. Let's get into it. But I do want to say one congratulations, and then I want to get to this bullshit with the rest of it. Okay. So anyways, like I said, after I finish this thing, I gotta go ahead and edit. But I can't edit now because I'm recording. And I can't record and edit another previous show in the meantime. But yeah, the more you know. I just thought about it, the more I talk like I was like, wait a minute, I don't think I put it down. So other platforms that I distribute this podcast to, it may be stuck on Golden Globe again. It's an error, it's there. But I may be able to at least take it out the speaker. I don't know if it's going to change unless I look into at least another platform to see if it changes the title. If I edit it in speaker, which is the main place that I distribute and first distribute my podcast to. But yeah, y'all. So anyways, let me go first about congrats before I get into the mess because this was awesome. Let me see real quick. That's my theme music, y'all. I ain't got no music. Okay. Now, besides here, I just wanted to say Cardi B's Invasion of Privacy is the Billboard longest charting debut album by a female rapper. Congrats, Cardi B, to that. Okay. It was a couple number ones today. I'll get to that in a second. Anyways, now, in the animation shorts, because it was announced today by Issa Rae and I think John Woo, they announced the nominees for the upcoming Academy Awards. And one of them for the shorts, it was based on Hair Love, which is a popular children's book turned animated by former NFL player Matthew Cherry, gets nominated for an Oscar. That is so dope. So it was turned to animated short, and this guy's, that's dope. It was nominated. So congrats to that. Okay, and they had old treat from because of them as well. Because of them, I followed them on the gram. And Matthew Cherry, and this was in June the 2nd, 2012. He said, and that's why you have positive manifestation. You have to be careful of what you say with your tongue, and that even if you don't believe in God, okay, you have to what you sometimes manifest. If you speak negative, you speak darkness, guess what? It's going to be dark. If you speak, more so positive things of light or positivity, more things. And this is what he said in 2012. I'm going to be nominated for an Oscar one day. I'm already claiming it. In January the 13th, which was yesterday, he was nominated. That is dope. Okay? So anyways, now let's get into the mess with this stuff. Now, the thing is, yes, now he was nominated, but the only person that was nominated was actually the actress, which is controversy about the whole Harriet movie itself, and even the actress that played Harriet, okay? And some of her comments, it's like the xenophobic comments, which, sometimes, I think it came from her allegedly. Now, how there's some things about, how some, allegedly, with her playing Harriet, and it might have been some things she said and so forth. But I'm not going to sit here and just like speculate something when I don't know for sure. Better yet, let's just check real quick. Um, you know, let's see here. Oh, Faith Evans says she was misled. Let's see. Harriet. Okay. Actress comments. Oh, okay, I'm glad that was all the audio. Okay. British actress Cynthia Irving faces Harriet Backlash due to past tweets. Okay, and this was this past summer. Okay, the Greer. I need to follow them. Okay, earlier this week, first trailer, Harriet. Okay. But shortly thereafter, he was questioning if it was wise to hire Bruce actually play such a monumental figure in African American history. Movie rate controversy is not new, and it started September 2002 was first announced decision. Because there's already controversy, like I said, about a British actors and actresses taking up roles, that should be given to, African Americans, black folks who are from, America or whatever. Okay, so, let's see here. I'm trying to see here. The accused, Eva, whatever the last name is, has also been accused of mocking African American culture in tweets, inciting further criticism against her. Okay. Wherefore, goals on display. Okay. I was trying to see that they have actually actual like screenshot of it, so that's why it's a little pause. Okay. Now, in post, Ebro seemingly mocks black English drawing of the era, somewhat feel that she was out of place to do so and giving sentiment that she should not play such an important figure. Detailed screenshots have been compiled to illustrate this in a thread that shows different instances that argue that she's guilty of disrespecting black Americans. Okay, Trina have the use handle bebop was for this. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's the trick. Okay. Attempting to see. Okay, the same place. You Smith the link lingered. Okay, what the heck? Now, I was trying to. Oh, it went straight to the tweets, but I was trying to actually see was, okay, well, where is actually, I wanted to see if there's any text that, okay, that's blue shirts. I wanted to see was any proof of text that showed what actually she said. I mean, I ain't falling nowhere. Because when I first thought, I was first cut, I ain't gonna lie, was lit about when I seen the trailer for Harriet. But after post continues low. Okay, but I'm not honestly seeing the tweets. Not to say it didn't happen, but okay. But they were saying that she was past tweets. Okay. I know I'm taking time, y'all, but I just don't want to be up there just saying stuff without possibly knowing this. Okay, how much time I got left? I know it's been like at least damn near 5 damn minutes, so I'm still up here rambling. Shoot. Okay. Ariel's, okay. But like I said, she's been the only one that's interesting, that actually has been nominated. I said either with something with the movie or her herself, because was a couple people saying that Okay. Okay. The African American is the thing I understand more fully than most if you think that is a black. Okay. Okay, I suppose I really should make an attempt to record signal properly. Okay. And then she responds to somebody attempt to sing to me daily. And then she says this. When was this? Oh, 2013. Like the beginning of January. And she's like this. And she put Peruzzi's ghetto American accent. Baby, no, I got you. I'm going to sing it to you. I've still got to watch it or something like that. Why does it have to be in the ghetto accents? Okay. Okay. Um... Was amazing, but still mocking the Mac forgot to include the. Okay. But even that's alone, like, what the hell is she talking about, like, with a ghetto accent? Whew. Okay, that's enough for there. And there's some other stuff she said. But anyways, besides that, what they were talking about was pretty much the Oscars, just like the Golden Globes more so, has been not only whitewashed, but pretty much is nothing but males and white males. I don't know they're all white males, but I mean whitewashed slashed only for males. Maybe more so 9 times 10 white males. Okay, this is exactly what they're saying about it. The only diversity they had was the two people, which was Issa Rae and John Woo, were the only ones that is that was the most diversity they had. They were like Jennifer Lopez in the movie Hustler. They snubbed her. Lupita, I'm not going to say her last name. I ain't got time. Be up there, Freddie slicing, oh no, Jason slashing somebody's name. I'm good with mispronouncing stuff. That is what it is. Okay, also, just other people that were snubbed and weren't even thought about. And then he also brought up how in 2019 there has been a rise, and even before then, we're starting to hear like several more women that are directing, producing movies, and they were snubbed, or actresses. It's just pretty much they're just like they just made the Oscars only for Oscar, pretty much. You know what I mean? So there's the controversy with that. So I don't know if I'm going to like list the letters with the Oscars because damn near there's nobody. First, I was thinking about it, but since due to the fact that it's no diversity, period, I think I might wait until the NAACP awards, which will come like the end of February of next month. I think I'm going to like definitely be, list the winners. I don't know, say if I would feel like doing. Depending on, heck, I need to get back to my review recaps first and my other videos before I think about possibly reviewing that show. But that is a show awards that besides being Teen Soul Train, I think the Stella. I don't honestly watch the Stella, but like I said, just like that's the real reality of it. It's just the lack of diversity, and they even got a point where they don't want no people of color basically on the damn thing. They like even women ain't even on there. We don't care even if they're white. Yeah, I said it. It's just this diversity is completely jacked up. So, anyways, other than that, it's pretty much complete. But like I said, still congrats to the creator of Hair Love. Because that's the most diversity besides the whole hair we go get. But that's the only thing I'm going to do, y'all. That's what I'm going to do. Now, if the Oscars come out, when the Oscars come out with their winners, I'm going to make sure, hopefully I don't put down, I'm not going to put Oscar winner. I'm just going to say congrats. I already said congrats to Matthew Cherry with his nomination for Hair Love. But if he wins, that's the only way I'm going to put the Oscars in my thing. That's it. That's the only way I'm going to put and talk about the Oscars is if that man wins for Hair Love. Okay? That's it. Now, anyways, y'all. Sorry about, like I said, the little 5-minute pause, but I really was trying to see, a clip. By the way, I don't know for sure, but, they were saying, it was showing a guy looked like he was riding a horse in a church. And from a distance, because you really don't see close up, but they were saying it was Kanye. Now, allegedly. Because now Kim Kardashian is saying that that's not true, blah, blah, blah. Because he was riding a horse and he did a whoopsie with a horse, hers was like, okay, you get off now. Because it looked like they also had a crown that was like, like the crown of like the thorns that Jesus wore. And they just like, what the hell? So whoever it is, if it's not Kanye, what the hell is a horse being combined in a church first place in that thing? And the horse knew that person was not supposed to be in him. That was like, get off. So that's what happened. So allegedly it's Kanye West. And consider it was easy, not only because it's not that far away, but it looks like Kanye West. And knowing that, he almost did like the Tin Man not too long ago last month, that is why, people thought it was him because of his actions and antics, okay? That some of us would think, and I ain't lie, I coolly thought that was him too, whatever, as well. So, anyway, another story real quick is, it was a combination. Now, first, Azriel, like I said, the former R. Kelly, quote, girlfriend, whatever. Now she's taking pictures, and we can say it's a good thing, because at least she's back with her family. Even though say that she might get a spinoff show, it's just like prayers that she can see the light and her family can move on from that mess. And hopefully Jocelyn will eventually realize and open her eyes and move forward and get on rehearsal. Because she's taking pictures with her family, they all in white tees and blue jeans, and how she's happy to be back. And just, hopefully she does get her life together. Even though, like I said, she said for Jocelyn to attack her first, and she attacked her because, it seems like it's getting ready for a possible spinoff of some damn show. The documentary or something, So, anyways, besides that, now also Lori Harvey, which is actually Steve Harvey's wife's like biological daughter, but that's his stepdaughter. But truth be told, y'all, I've been hearing more about say Mallory Harvey, Mallory. Sometimes I think the way Mallory's name is, some people are named Majari, because I have cousins that are named Majari. But Mallory, Harvey Moore, and the daughter Moore, then hearing about his own daughter, biological daughters. Because Steve already got a couple about, you know what I mean? Okay, but anyways, now I've been hearing on amongst the rumors that she went with Puff Daddy, I think it was Christian Combs, I think. Then it was supposedly she wearing matching outfits after God rest her soul, the passing of Kim Porter, that she passed away, about a year ago? And, but then she wearing matching clothes, so allegedly that she might have been with Puff Daddy for a while. Then she up here was ducking, and in future was talking about some, should have done quicker. And now in the last couple weeks, there's been some little quick, photos and videos. And now they're on vacation, together, and he's happy, kissing her on the cheek and stuff. And he on vacation for her birthday and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm hearing Diddy in the background, and Diddy's there, and I'm just like, awkwardness. I don't know what's going on. That ain't my business, but I'm just like, what the hell? You know what? Never mind. But speaking, the only reason also why I'm bringing this up is the fact is, Lori Harvey, they're charging her for a hit and run she did last month, that she was trying to leave, and it was allegedly that she was texting and driving and hit somebody's car and was actually trying to attempt to leave the scene. Allegedly trying to call her stepdaddy Steve Harvey. Okay. So I don't know how it's going to go, but she celebrated her birthday with her man currently at the moment, Future. So yeah. But like I said, I only got a couple minutes on here. I think I spent more time up here, trying to do the damn searching to see what's her name's comments, just to see what she was talking about. But it's sounding ghetto. What the hell is a ghetto? Now, truth be told, let me tell you this, and I probably said it before. I took, when I first was in grad school, it was a new program. So they had electives, was a couple classes you can choose from elective, and one of them uniquely was enough about the history of Holocaust. And that still is one of the most traumatizing events and stuff that I've seen in my lifetime. Okay, and I mean my lifetime. Now, I haven't been on the earth that long enough, but like I said, some of the most traumatizing shit I've seen in my life. But I remember reading about, like, how some people talk about the ghetto and stuff like that. But, they didn't just have ghettos here. Okay, they had ghettos, the term Warsaw in Germany, all this stuff, and all this Holocaust shit was going down. Okay, so when you talk about ghetto, are you talking about? She talking about ghetto? I never talk about ghetto, but when we talk about Tarpon, it's like I said, they didn't just have ghetto hills; they had ghettos, um, and over there in Germany and all this other stuff, and it's stuff over there. Okay, they were saying ghetto. So I think majority of the book I read that we had, one of the books we had to read is ghettos and the ghettos there, and it came to ghettos and the ghettos there, ghettos there. Okay. Anyways, so other than that, I don't think there's nothing else. Oh yeah, but I wanted to talk real quick. Well, one of my first YouTube cousins, just to say real quick about how he decided to take like a YouTube break, because my YouTube cousin I just talked about earlier, Stanley and Lynette, who are a lovely married couple, that do videos on YouTube and also have a blog channel as well. They were talking about, they spoke to Mike B and stuff like that. They have his, personal number, and I've been talking to him. And also, who else is taking a break? My Twist Life Poetry. She was saying she was taking a break for a while, which, like I said, is very understandable. So, might be just, has taken a break, where he's taking a break based on social media and YouTube at the moment, where he's deactivated his channel and deactivated his social things. But it's very understandable, because sometimes you have to take breaks, whether it's short term or long term, sometimes multiple times. And sometimes you have to leave, like, YouTube and or the social media thing altogether. And like I said, to a certain point is I kind of have to take, because for health reasons and life altogether, just, life happens. I usually take like certain breaks. Like right now, I'm technically again taking another break. Not from doing videos altogether, but doing like reviews and recaps. Even though I'm sitting here and still creating videos, and I occasionally show my face on the camera, I have not did reviews and remakes ever since, like, reviews and recaps or any sort, ever since I think that even in October or the beginning of November. And it's like I said, it's been that way since then. So even though I made 2 videos, I just didn't upload them. So, y'all, I understand about having the breaks and stuff like that. And sometimes, with sometimes the mess that goes on YouTube and so forth, and it's just like how things is going, or even like the content, you get sick and tired. Or just like, for example, someone I've been watching for several months, I found that, I ain't gonna lie, I've been watching starting like subscribe to some mukbangers. And now, he chosen where he realized he can't do the same videos, because sometimes when some people do the mukbangs, they be, having a bunch of cheat. It just varies on the person of what they have. But today he came back, which was great, that he's going to do, I guess, like a mukbang. It was like a vegan mukbang, so that's pretty cool. So, but like I said, y'all, it's nothing wrong with taking breaks from YouTube, podcasts, and whatever for your life, because, like I said, I kind of been doing that on and off the whole time I've been there. The most consistent was my first year or several months in YouTube. So, yeah, y'all, but this is to help me as far as right now when I'm doing these podcasts, even if most of the time I'm doing podcasts now, because they're so convenient, especially with this app, the speaker app. That is understandable. So, y'all, it's nothing wrong. You have to take breaks from YouTube and just to deal with self-care, whether it's months or weeks. I mean, I've seen people that I was subscribed to, that I didn't know I was subscribed to, that came back years later, haven't made videos in years, and they come back. And it's okay to do that. Remember, health, good health is wealth. I know you both say health is wealth, but good health is wealth. So it's all about taking care of yourself, whatever. It's nothing wrong if you have to step away, whether it's several times and whatever. If people are still going to be there after whatever reason that you have to take a break, and, take care of life or whatever maybe the circumstances may be, then that's good. Or sometimes you may have a couple people when they leave, and then it's meant for you to go. But anyway, y'all, hugs and love, takes care, and God bless, and I'll see you next one. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with taking breaks, but that's how I'm going to end it. All right, see you on the next one.